On today's episode of Myth Busted, we're going to take a look at the biggest myth in all of golf, and that's the over-the-top golf swing. We're going to check out whether it's good, bad, or possibly the best way to swing a golf club. So stay tuned.
Hey guys, on today's episode of Myth Busted, I want to talk about one of the biggest myths in golf, and I think that this is the perfect subject to start this series out with, and it's the myth of the over-the-top golf swing. I had always understood over-the-top means the hand path going from inside and looping over in the transition like this. I found out that there's a tremendous amount of confusion about this. A lot of people think that over the top is the club head going from inside and over. And then a great number of people also think over the top is an outside to in swing path. And although the phrase is used for all these different things in the golf swing, my emphasis is on the hand path being inside and looping over.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Right over the top.
Over the top.
That's what I'd always known it to be. That's what many of the greatest golf instructors and players in history describe. So for me, over the top is the hand path going over the backswing path. Now, the club head can loop inside and over, but a lot of guys that have an inside and over hand path, the club head actually tips back. Hogan does this, Victor Hovland does this. So although the hands are going over, the club head is getting blowback in transition like so. So the main thing I want to point out is going over the top with your hand path is not bad. So many people in the world of golf believe that it's bad. I used to believe that it's bad, but that's simply not the case. What we want to do is go over the top so we can have the most leverage in our golf swing. And that's why all the champions in the past had an over-the-top golf swing.
Would you believe when I started tracing the top 10 winners in the history of the PGA Tour, they're all over the top?
If you think about the evolution of the way our arms work, we developed arms that allowed us to throw, whether it was throwing rocks or stones or spears. This is the natural motion for our arm socket, okay? Now, a lot of people are teaching this today, trying to take the club backwards, and I tried that, and it was the most miserable time of my swing evolution because it just never worked for me. And the reason why is I didn't feel like I had much leverage, so I tried to create speed and leverage in the wrong way, and it caused me to early extend too much because if I get this club back here, then I'm going to early extend like so. But the OTT move allows me to get over and stay in my posture better so I can hit down and through the ball and also complete the second half of my swing by turning around my lead leg. So going inside and over the top is not a bad move. In fact, I think it's the best and easiest way to hit great golf shots. So I'm going to hit a couple for you and see if I can demonstrate.
You guys know I have been studying the golf swing for decades with some of the most famous golfers in the world, including Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player. Now, I'll tell you, after studying the Hogan swing for years and years, when I discovered that he actually has this little over-the-top move, then it was a done deal for me. I declare the over-the-top myth busted.
So guys, don't be afraid to take the hands deep to the inside and a little over the top in transition. The two things to keep in mind is we don't want to spin our shoulders out immediately from the top. We don't want to open our body immediately. We want to go a little OTT in transition, and then we're going to stay in our posture, press our hips back, and hit down and through the golf ball, and you're going to start hitting the most solid shots of your life. When I said you'd start hitting the most solid shots of your life, I wasn't kidding.
The modern golf swing is wrong. Stop taking the club head back outside the hands. Stop keeping your lead heel planted. And stop dropping it under. These moves are biomechanically unsound and they can lead to serious injuries. Champions like Bobby Jones knew taking the club back to the inside, lifting the lead heel and going over the top is the easiest way to hit powerful, consistent golf shots. Did you know the top 10 winners in the history of the PGA Tour are all over the top? That's right. They're all OTT swingers.
This is your body's bringing the club back inside. You're up here. Just let the club fall on the ball. It goes long and straight.
This Black Friday, become a part of the fastest growing movement in golf. It's time to master the golf swing and experience a miracle today.